Guess what? I'm here. Nobody else is here to join me, but I'm here. Anyway, maybe I should run to Facebook and tell everybody that I'm live again. Who knows? I'm live. I'm talking to nobody. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold my tongue. Oh, someone showed up. Good. I just wound up arriving and going live. I don't know. I've been live for 20 seconds. It feels a little longer than that. It feels more like 20 minutes. I won't lie to you. Colette is here. Hi, Colette. Happy birthday. I know you had a birthday soon. Matt Henshaw is present. We're good to have him. 5 people have flooded into the room. We've got 1 like already, which is silly because it's only been 30 seconds and nothing. Who would like this? I don't know why anybody would like. Oh, maybe you just liked my arrival, the fact that I was able to figure out YouTube. The title of this video, I kept trying to name it different things because you have to type a fucking name when you do these things. And so I kept typing different cute fucking things. And finally, this one, I just wrote, I've typed this 5 fucking times. Because I was so tired of entering in any sort of title for this because I didn't expect to fucking do it. It's a long story. We've got 7 people here. We got a touchdown. I hope some of the people who were here last time or were here just a couple of minutes ago, they stuck with it because I did. Certainly I was there. And I'm leaning over. I hate to lean, because then you see the chair, but I want to lean back like this, but that's too far. But then I'm going to bring this in, and it's just it's all perspective. You know what I need, folks? I need a choreographer. No, a choreographer? No, a cinematographer. That's what I need. I don't need a choreographer unless I bust out in a dance. Who the fuck wants to see me dance? I think everybody. Jill and Sal are here. Danny is back. Tanya and Kitchener is here. Hello. Thank you, Tanya Shabali. Oh, I shouldn't say your name. Shit, you're Kitchener. Tanya Kitchener's here. Erickson Phoenix is here. It is the green room, Erickson. This is how it looks now. The apartment is done. Actually, I'll tell you this. I saw somebody doing a live stream the other day. Like I watched them because when I do these things, I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking in fucking circles. And who the fuck knows if that's what everybody wants to see? So then I go and I look and get this. Here's something novel. And it's podcasters do this too. I didn't realize this. When I see other podcasters, I get this from them. And also when I see people doing YouTube talks, they actually breathe. Holy God, who thought that was a good idea? They actually stop. I saw a guy do this. He was on a live stream. He did this. Like he was pensive on a live stream. Hey, motherfucker, you got people waiting for you to fill up the silence. Don't get pensive and glare off into the fucking distance. You're not Braveheart, for fuck's sake. Go ahead and spill your guts to somebody and let them hear what you got to say. Nobody's tuning in to watch you go, I wonder what my thoughts are to share with the world. Shut the fuck up, Plato. Just fucking spit something out. We got 12 people here and 3 likes. Still a little bit of a wobbly thing. Jill and Sal, Danny, wouldn't miss YouTube mic time. Well, why would you? Of course. It is the green room. Panda's laying in bed watching. Oh, Panda has arrived. Panda was supposed to see me in Seattle. Where was Panda supposed to see me and never showed up? Way to go, Panda. Dan's for getting online. Sure. Hi, Lori, 76YT. Good to have you here finally. Breathing is certainly overrated. Don't kid yourself. What's up, Gio? Gio and I have been going back and forth because Gio is a huge Venom guy. Murph just got her. Hey, Murph, it's good to have you. She was at Pearl Jam. Okay, there you go, Erickson Phoenix. I'm glad to know. We didn't run into one another, though. That's the thing. It's like she was supposed to find me. You're supposed to find me at fucking Pearl Jam, Panda. What the hell's your problem? You lay in bed, you go to concerts, you don't look for me either time? Disappointing. I don't when you look for me in bed, I'm not there. You're there with Erickson on Phoenix or whatever the fuck. All right, so this is late. Let's address that real quick. Geo seeing Venom in 24 hours. I may see Venom tomorrow. I want to see Venom. However, and Geo, I know you're here. I won't go into the whole bit about reviews and things like that. But Geo and I have been going back and forth about what people have thought about Venom and the things that have been said online. And also, it turned out that this made me laugh that Lady Gaga had a bot army that went ahead and took out Venom and tried to rip it apart online so people would go see A Star Is Born instead. I don't know what there's $2 dancing dollars from Matt. What do I got to do? Do I have to do a little cabbage patch? There you go. That was $2 worth. I don't know in what universe you're in as a Lady Gaga fan. You think you've got to keep the Venom people away from their Venom movie? Is anybody at home going, man, I wanted to see Venom tomorrow, but it doesn't sound like it's good. I'm probably going to go see Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper stare at one another for fucking 3 hours. That's going to be fun. That's something I want to see. And look, I'm not shitting on A Star Is Born. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's got an audience, but the point is it has an audience. You don't need to chase the Venom people away just so Lady Gaga can be successful. That doesn't make any sense. And Bradley Cooper, did you see that fucking ad? Oh, it was so bad. There's an ad for it. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I tweeted it out. I thought it would get more than it did, but it didn't. And it was an ad like Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's walking away. And Bradley Cooper rolls down the window and he goes, hey, because apparently he's Yosemite Sam in this movie. And she looks back and she goes, huh? And he goes, I just wanted to look at you one more time. And she just goes, you, like that kind of face. And That's a disproportionate amount of confidence in real life for those two, right? Don't you think Lady Gaga would have so much more confidence than a Bradley Cooper? But she has to subsume it in this movie to play the golly gee whiz lady. Oh, Hudspeth comes in with a 10 spot. Dude, what the fuck, man? Look at you, Chuck. You know what I call you? I call you Hot Rod for that reason. A honey making hot rod. What else is people saying here? I just got here. What's going on, Murph? You seeing it in 24 hours? Henshaw is awesome. Gio's seeing both. Brendan says green screen. Yes, Brendan. We have a green screen. It's a green wall. And eventually, once things start really hopping in this place, because I will tell you this, my apartment is, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to say it's 90% done, 90 to 95% done. There are no more boxes in the living room. I've got 2 chairs. I've got a couch. I've got like a cocktail bench that doubles as a table. I've got a TV up there. Erickson Phoenix with 10. What the hell is happening? God damn it! Look at you guys. All right, well then this is time for me to share this with you guys. I will tell you this right now, as everybody's is being very nice and putting money into the kitty, and thank you for that. I didn't do this. I scheduled the stream. I knew it was supposed to be Wednesday at 6, and brace yourselves. And again, I apologize. It's just, but why not? We're all friends here, right? I got 16 friends here, 16 solid friends with 6 thumbs up. Let's go 8 thumbs up right there. Hold on. Hear that? All right, so get ready to fucking yell at me or laugh or leave. I might say this, and all 16 of you could fucking bail. Who knows? The live stream was today, and I got caught up this week. This week's been a bit of a thing. Also, tomorrow's podcast might be it might be like just a lot of me doing this and then an old show. Like I might put out an older show with it because my week has been kind of a nothing. It's been, hold on, what happened there? I'm sorry, did you hear that noise? I don't know if you did. What Max painting is going to go behind you on the green screen? Brendan, I have no idea. Jill wants to see the living room. All right, I got to unplug you from the charger. Yeah, okay, let's do that. We can do that. All right, but I apologize. Let me talk about this. Remember what I was talking about. Somebody remind me to tell you what I was talking about a second ago. But we'll go look at the living room. But also, don't yell at my recycling. My recycling is bad. That's the one bad thing in my living room because I got to figure out a way to do it going forward. But right now, it's just a box, and it needs to go get put in for money. And unfortunately, I don't have. I didn't do it yet. There you go, Erickson Phoenix. That's why I had to get caught up on the show. All right, hold on. So I'm gonna. Danny, holy Jesus Christ! Look at you kicking in. You guys are the best of all time. So now we're gonna go look at. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it! I gotta get rid of this hard drive. Dudes, my fucking computer is full. I had to go ahead. You know what I had to do today? Because here's what I do. I'm a completist, so I keep not only the Audacity project of the podcast that I record, but then I also do the, I keep the show that comes from iTunes, the finished show that I import into Art19. But also I've been keeping the WAV versions of my show that I have to convert into MP3s, and I've kept all of them. So today I threw out 52 WAV versions from year 10, and I freed up fucking 70 gigs. It's crazy. Gio says, Mike, no, I don't know what, no, that I threw them out because I already threw them out. I hope that's not bad. Sorry, Gio. All right. Only keep the WAV? No, you keep the Audacity project so you can convert that into a WAV, right? Oh, dude, well, all right, well, bad news. I literally threw away all the WAVs for year 10, but I have all the Audacity projects for year 10. I can convert them into WAVs. Buy me an external terabyte drive. Gio's right. Keep the WAV. Well, I mean, look, I need a new hard drive here, but here's the thing. I have a hard drive. Fuck, I'll just show you. Where is it? It's in the other room. Because I have this hard drive. This is my hard drive, terabyte hard drive that backs up, or no, I think this is like a fucking 8 terabyte hard drive. And it backs up the whole shebang, the whole everything. But I had one that was exclusively for Colette. Look at you. I appreciate that's fine. I'll take those pennies. Colette, you're super nice to think of me. I hope Doug's doing well. But I have a 40-year-old boy hard drive that was exclusively for 40-year-old boy stuff. What am I missing here? Brendan says he laughs at me. Giovanni says takes up way too much space. What takes up way too much space? The waves? Yeah, the waves take up too much space. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, so I have a 40-year-old boy hard drive, but it's for my old. Convert your entire Audacity project to FLAC only. Keep the dude. Now you lost me, buddy. We start talking about FLAC and nonsense. I got no shot. So that's the kind of shit. That's like when you were like, see, I can't listen to fucking Gio because here's what he does. He's like, dude, you should totally be on Twitch streaming games. And I'm like, that's awesome. He goes, I'll help you every step of the way. I'm like, great. And then it comes time to do it. And he's like, hey, I can't make it down there. I'll Skype you through it. I'm like, dude, you can't Skype me through anything. Look at me, man. I can't fucking follow directions. Who the fuck am I? I'm the talent, goddammit. Get down here and fix it up. That shook the computer. So now this with the FLACs, I don't sigh at me, Gio. I'm teasing. I don't know how to do FLACs. What the fuck do I know? GC Gio just built a fucking computer that has a goddamn like a Jägermeister dispenser in it. It's got like neon and glowing and shit like that. It's fucking amazing. I can't do that stuff. So Gio's my go-to guy. There you go, Brendan. You know it. Erickson knows it. That's right, Gio. Sigh all you want, but I'm the goddamn talent. All right, we're going to go look at the living room. But remember, we got to talk about this week's podcast, and we got to talk about this week's live stream, which we're doing now anyway. It's the same as Wave, just one option below. All right, Gio, I don't know those things. I'm not a grown-up. I used to have a producer. Remember when I had a lady who sat on that side of the table and she pushed all the buttons and did all the stuff? Now I got me. All right, so let's go take a look. All right, so this is, there's that, there's Mr. Blonde. He's been on the wall for a while. We're going to move that guy. We're going to put a bunch of artwork. Oh, and let's go over here. We'll look at this. Oh, here's this. Here's the bookcase. I'm blocking it. And I talked about this picture last time. It's like me and Jeff at his wedding. I got to get out of the way of the light. There's me and my buddy Jeff at his wedding. I was the best man. And then there's Val when he was a total small guy. And then there was Val's christening I was at. There's, hey, you can get a load of big fat Mike there hanging out. And then, all right, let's do this. So, I'm going to have to turn the light on. All right, so we're going into the living room now. Oh, and I got more shit to talk to you guys about. You're going to go. You're going to laugh at me. All right, so I got a light coming on in the living room. Here's the TV up on the wall. Can you see that? Probably not. Yeah, there's no good light in here. But also, here's the living room. It's got... it's got a chair over there with the curtains. And it's got a couch. And it's got a chair here. So then, like, you can sit here. Like, we can sit on the couch. And then there'll be a friend of ours in the chair there. Or a friend in the chair over there. And then we'll be watching TV up there. And I know you're like, well, Mike, what's that thing over there? And what's all that garbage? I'll show you in just a second. But, I got a lamp. I got a lamp here. Oh, maybe this lamp will... Should this light it up and show you what else is going on? I think so. All right, so see? So we got a couch. Horrible. There's me wearing a slipper. And there's another chair. I got throw pillows, folks. I got throw pillows, goddammit. Hold on, what's it say? Let's see. Flack Talk. Yeah, nobody wants Flack Talk. The same as Wave, one option below. You want a Thursday show? Brendan, I don't know what that means, a Thursday show. Steadicam. Yeah, I'm sorry, Erickson. I apologize. Just like Marathon Man, Doug the Film School take out the Joker trailer last week. Matt, it's funny you would mention that. I was thinking about putting that up on YouTube as a separate entity so then people who don't know who I am will look up Joker and then kind of find me talking about it and maybe they'll get absorbed into the show. Who knows? Hello, Drew. Nice to see you. Two green bra, no bugs in the Schmidt Castle. Absolutely not. All right. So, and then, this is Henshaw. All right. So look, so this is the living room. Oh, and look, dudes, I have like a shoe tree, like where all my shoes go. Look what a grown-up does. Puts his awesome shoes here. You got that? No? Yes? Everybody see those? All right. So who cares? There's shoes. Stupid. And then we'll go over here. And why not look at this? We'll look at another bookcase. All right. And there's Val and Ava. And in the middle there's Val and Ava. Because that's who I have photos of. And then we have books and all that stuff. So there you go. Yeah. So, and here's a bunch of artwork that I told you I was going to, this is so dumb. We're going to sit down. This is so dumb. I'm walking around and showing nothing. Jill, I hope that was enough of the stuff you needed to see. All right. Let's sit back down. Let's go ahead and mop the brow just in case. All right. All right, Brendan, you're very nice. Oh, so you didn't like the green. Oh, I see. But then there's because it's green here, but it's blue over there. You see that? So it's green here in the office. And the bedroom is this green as well. I'm not bringing you in there. Nobody wants to go in there. But now, so anyways, the living room is done. All the boxes. I shredded fucking 70 pounds of documents. I took 70 pounds of documents at the fucking Box Brothers last week to get those shredded. The green color is bold and crazy. Well, I'd spent so much time in here. Oh, and also this is now 21 years I've been here in California in this apartment starting this week. It was I got here on the night of the 1st. So, or morning of the 2nd, something like that. So officially I've been in this apartment 21 years. And so it was about time to get crazy fucking colors, Brendan. It was about time to get a goddamn thing. I got a candle going, everything. Look, I'm a grown up. See how grown up I am now? I got chairs. I got a couch. I got a fucking candle rolling. You guys are the best. Jill, you did not love the slippers. Don't make fun of me. The slippers, it's funny. That started to be a thing when I was at Jill's place. Not you, Jill, other Jill. Hold on. Somebody sent me a note on my phone. My phone's lighting up. Look how, dude, I'm multimedia. I'm bad. I'm nationwide. I'm the fucking guy. Brendan, your house is eggshell. All right. Well, I understand that. Gio, yeah, my relationship, actually, right? This apartment is my longest relationship. There's no doubt, Gio. Thank you for rubbing that in and making that a big deal. That fucking hammered me. Oh, dude. Oh, it's my speaker's making a noise. That's that noises. But it's funny you would mention that. All right. So let's talk about, what was I talking about? The apartment, the green. colors. Don't laugh. Don't encourage Gio as he makes fun of me. Oh, Danny, you sent me a Twitter message. Oh, you just sent me one now? Okay, good. Well, that's okay. I don't mind. That's fine. You're here. It seems weird. This week, oh yeah, I was going to talk about this week's show. So this week's show is probably going to be plugs. It's going to be it's not going to be like I'm putting in an older show and then just talking in the beginning. I'll talk, for a half hour up front, and then we'll put in an older show because, like I said, this week got away from me, and so things have become a little bananas. Gio, hold on. Brendan, what is that in relation to me not doing a podcast? Are you that upset, sir? I mean, I'm doing a podcast, and look, I open up the fucking microphone, and here's the problem. I mean, I'll talk probably for like 45 minutes, but it's like, Matt, you're very nice to say so. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's how do I explain it? I mean, I'll still, there will be content. It's just I was going to attach. Well, that's the thing is, I mean, I'll talk, and I'll still do clips, and I'll talk, and I'll do whatever. Now I feel like shit. I don't want to not do so. Well, regardless. I mean, like I tried yesterday. I sat down. I was like, all right, I'm going to do a show, but I wound up. I got a certified letter from the IRS, so money became an issue. So I've had to drive a lot more. So I've been in the car the last few days, and by the last few days, I mean the last 5 days. And I didn't today, but I'm going out tonight. That's one of the reasons why I was postponing the live stream. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about postponing the live stream. Also, in addition to having to chase some dollars this week, unfortunately, here's a funny thing that really happened. So yeah, no kidding. Here, it's right here. There we go. Hey, Mike, there's your certified letter from the IRS. It's okay if you're being hyperbolic. That's fine. Exactly, Erickson. Absolutely. That's the price I pay. You move every 23 months. You're on the lam, Erickson. I don't want to be on the lam. I want to just settle in, man. I want to settle in a blue and green apartment and watch cool things. We got 20 people here now, folks, and thumbs up to that. Clip shows it can be tough to fit in. I started driving for Uber too. It's hard. And it's not. It's hard when you need money. Like I said, I just got to run and try to make some cash. You'd love the Canadian version of the IRS empty threats. Ooh, I would absolutely love that, Tanya. Can you discuss the ongoing legal battle, Ari, the Uber story, and the chick who works at the mall? The ongoing legal battle. I don't have a legal battle. I don't know. Are you talking about the thing I did on stage last week in Canada? See here, all right. I told the story. If you guys are Patreon people, you got Tanya was in the room actually. But if you're a Patreon person, you saw the live stream I did you might have watched the live stream here. Yeah, see, that's the thing is Gio keeps thinking I banged some fucking underage chick, and I didn't. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a fucking monster. But he refuses to believe it, that the city was sick and cruel. All right, well, Brendan, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that the city was sick and cruel and you had to flee after 23 months. But Gio, he keeps tuning me up over this chick. And it's like, because I told the story on stage in Canada that if you were a Patreon person, you can see it. But unless you watch that night, you won't know what I'm talking about. There was a Patreon thing that happened, and it wound up that it was there was a lady involved and a bunch of nonsense. You should have called me, Brendan. Exactly. What's your problem? She wasn't underage. I'm not a monster. Dudes, I told you. I couldn't even – first of all, underage chick wants nothing to do with me. Barely. I mean, you know who I am now? I'm Sir. That's who I am. Although I will tell you this chick got in the car the other day. Hold on. Something happened. I should turn that off probably. I had like a woman get in the car the other day, and she's just like, your voice is unbelievable. I just want you to talk to me. I want you to talk to me all night long. You just got to keep talking to me. And her friend is just like, do you want to just stay in the car with him? Like when he drops me off? And she's like, oh my God, no. She goes, but no, your voice, like you should be working somewhere. You should be you should just have like a phone line that people can call and listen to you talk. And I'm like, well, it's interesting you would mention that. And then, of course, I didn't pitch the podcast. What the fuck am I going to do? Tell her about a podcast? Duh. I'm already some goon who's driving her all over fucking Los Angeles, and I'm going to tell her about a podcast. But it was like, I kept saying, I go, well, you're very nice. Well, you're a lovely person to say so. And she goes, I'm not. I'm really not. I mean it. Like, I don't know what it is, but your voice is making me feel things. And her friend is like, oh my God, stop. Which was funny. And then, look, I'll have that over somebody throwing up in my goddamn car every fucking day of the week. Let's see. Tell that story this week. What story this week? I was dreaming while I drove. So I'll forgive you if you go astray. All right, I'll show this. Can you talk when you're eating hair, pussy? You got to separate the two, Erickson. I got to be honest with you. You can't talk when you're doing that because it just doesn't. Because this is all involved. This whole thing is involved in both of those activities. So you got to choose one or the other. I mean, you can eat the air pussy and then start talking, but you can't do them both at the same time. You can do that. You can do that humming thing. That always works, actually. Believe it or not. Like, if you I'm sure you guys know that trick. Like if you're going down on somebody, you can kind of like that thing. That actually works really good. All right. Why am I telling you that nonsense? Let's see. I was dying to get to you. I was dreaming while I drove the long straight road ahead. Is that Panda? Did Panda take over here and start typing Erickson? What's going on over there? 80s guitar solo over Brendan's song. Panda, I think she's taken over Brendan's account and she's just typing a lot of crazy things in all caps. Can you talk when you're eating air pussy? 80s guitar solo over Brendan's song. You didn't tell her about the show. Are you insane? No, why tell her? She's half in the bag. I picked her up at a fucking bar on La Cienega. She's not going to remember the next day. She barely, believe me, and the second she walked out of the car, she forgot all the things that she said to me and forgot even about me. Absolutely. The story was amazing. When I heard that, I decided I had an ultimate go for when I started driving. All right. Your arms wide open. I drove all night to get to you. Your arms wide open. See, because your arms wide open is Creed. What's Creed? But I drove all night to get to you. That's not Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper does I drove all night. I don't know. Is this it's become a trivia contest all of a sudden? She literally told you would love to hear more. Dick move. She could have been a huge fan. Or she could have been a guy who went, hey, enough, man. I was paying you a compliment. And it's time for me to leave. Gio seems to think that everybody means what they say all the time. And I trust me, they do not. Everybody's very nice at once. Oh, here's another thing. A listener contacted me, a buddy of mine, Brian Howard, who's in a band called The Heap. And he's also the bassist in Cracker. Yeah, that's right. I'm friends with the bassist from Cracker, motherfuckers. With David Lowry, former from camper band Beethoven. I talked about that. I went and saw them live at the fucking House of Blues, went out with them afterwards. Fucking fantastic guy. Been a fan from the jump. And he wrote me and he's like, hey, dude, I do, because he does voiceover work too. And he's like, you talk about those mouth noises. If you chew a green apple before your show, that won't happen. And I laughed. I'm like, fuck, that sounds so weird. I go, but I want to try it. But then, of course, I didn't go in and get any green apples. So I'll probably try it next week if I wind up doing it. Let's see. Prediction for the UFC fight. Oh, I'll get to that in a second. Roy Orbison. Oh, okay. Sorry, Brendan. Again, that would be more Mex territory. Mex likes all the guys that are dead. I like people that are still breathing. Shit Roy, of course. I like the fact that he's Shit Roy. Hey, Shit Roy, what's going on? What if your name was Roy and your friends nicknamed you Shit Roy? How great would that be? Hey, man, we got to call up. We got regular Roy and Fancy Roy and Shit Roy. I demand Roy Orbison become Shit Roy and his group of ghost friends. They just fucking wheel on him. He's got his bad fucking rug and his stupid fucking sunglasses. He's up there trying to reform the traveling ghost Wilburys. And I'm like, fuck you, Shit Roy. Go do your solo act. Hold on. We're showing this. I don't know why they keep making me edit the goddamn chat page. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Queed. Yeah, I would see it all. I'd see Queed, all female cover band. What's that guy, Scott Stapp? He's dead. Is he dead? He's not dead, right? He's still around. Like, he had a sex tape, too. Him and fucking Kid Rock got blown by some chick on a bus, and that got released. That's one of the few sex tapes I haven't seen. That's something to brag about. I've seen, oh, Christ, I've seen them all. I've seen Hulk Hogan's sex tape, Gene Simmons. Anybody I grew up thinking was somewhat interesting, I've seen their sex tape. It's the best. It's a glorious time in this world. What's Atlantic time? I don't even know what the fuck Atlantic time is. There's Eastern time, Central time, Mountain time, Hawaii time, and me. There's no Atlantic time. That's bullshit, Brendan. You're making shit up. You're singing Roy Orbison songs. Maybe, you know what? There was probably Atlantic time in the 50s when Roy Orbison was a goddamn solo act. But now, sure enough, you try to bring it back in. Oh, look at you trying to swear at me. But that's okay. I'll show everybody you're swearing. Right? You got to watch a sex tape. Erickson knows. If the sex tape is lurking, you got to check it. Dude, you know what's funny to me is every time I look up here, it's like, because now we got 23 people. We got a Jordan in the room. And then we got 10 thumbs up. And every time I look at it, I think it's like a scoreboard updating. So like some game I'm keeping track of, somebody's up 23 to 10. Right now, the people lead the thumbs 23 to 10. Nova Scotia. You know, I flew my Learjet once up to Nova Scotia. I saw a total eclipse of the sun. It was really fun. Celebrity sex tapes always disappoint. Who's this new person, Clusef? I don't know who you are, but good to have you. I don't think all of them do. I think Pam and Tommy was worth it. Bad angles and shit, but just to see Pam in action, and Pam and Brett was pretty good too. Because again, if you put Pam in there, I don't care if you got Pam and a fucking kangaroo. I'm on board. I'd watch Pam Anderson fuck a kangaroo or a table leg. I don't give a shit. And even now, if somehow somebody released a fucking Pam Anderson, Julian Assange sex tape, I'd absolutely watch it. Leak that shit out and I'd totally watch it. As disgustingly greasy and nasty as that fucking dude is, it's Pam Anderson, man. You got to watch her in action. I don't care if it's back then or now or whatever. Just fucking shave tail and the fucking white toes. God damn, I'm a Pam Anderson fan. You probably don't want to see me talk about that. All right. How about the biscuit? We talking about Trubisky? Jill, are you asking a football question? Because that would be fucking amazing if you're talking about that. Because also, unfortunately, with what I was just talking about, the biscuit would actually mean something else, probably. But I don't. You're too wholesome and lovely a woman to know that sort of thing. That biscuit is a slang for some other thing. But I'm not going to say that. If we're talking about Mitch Trubisky and the Bears, holy fuck, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Whoa! It's Clue-a-Lot. That's who it is. He's from London. You're from London, dude. That guy, Clue-a-Lot, Cluesef. That dude is from London. But every time I see him, he's in like Germany or he's in some other fucking town. He's nightclubbing. He's eating interesting food. That's a dude who knows how to do Snapchat. Like I do Snapchat. I don't know what to do. I'm like, duh, hi, I'm in my living room. I'm like, look at this. We're streaming from a living room, which is okay. And I thank you guys for showing up. But fucking Clue-a-Lot, he does his Snapchat and it's like, hey man, check out this pile of Indian food that we're eating in fucking Madagascar. I'm like, dude, Clue-a-Lot runs the show. Or he goes to some garage and he has his fancy tricked out car. He's got like for some reason, he's got like a, what was it? What do you got, Clue? Do you got like a Ford Fusion or something or a Toyota something, but it's like fancy. You got all this crazy shit done to it. Look at this. Clue's going to Thailand in a week. But yet he stops in and talks to us here. How fantastic is that? Good to have Clue on board. All right, so I want to know why the ocean cuts like a dagger. Oh, get dark. Let's get dark. Jill, all right, so you're talking about Bears? Yes. All right, and then does it make Mike Boner? No, that's a terrific game show, actually. Good job picking the Bears. You should be picking the Bears quite a lot now because they've changed. They've turned it around. This club is evil. It's a Ford Focus. See, Clue, how the fuck would I remember that? I totally remembered your car. And you picked the Bears last week. Good for you, Erickson. You should pick the Bears because the Bears are badasses. And they're off this week, so it means Sunday I just get to fucking bask in the glow of the NFL, banging each other around and trying to get injuries while the Bears just get healthy and recuperate and they start stomping everybody into the fucking future. Because as we talked about before, as I did a show a couple of weeks ago, that first game, man, I had to run and hide from football for a week. And that's not a joke. I literally didn't listen to sports talk radio. I couldn't listen to the NFL radio. I couldn't listen to previews because I was hoping that they'd be good. Again, they should have won that game. There were 8 different times they could have clinched that game. They were one dropped interception away from winning that game, but it hurt. It just killed me so fucking much, dude. It just buried me, man. And so I had to hide. But now, luckily, they've won the last 3 in a row, so I'm much better. I'm in a much better headspace. Now, have I given myself over to completely being like, 1,000 degrees on their side? I mean, I'm still rooting for them, but it's that thing where I can't. You still got to keep arm's length because otherwise I'm a 51 years old man and who knows what the fuck will happen. I'll jump into a garbage disposal or something and things go terribly bad. All right, hold on. Well, thanks, Clue. I appreciate that. No, I remember you went to that garage and that guy tricked it out. Houston Oilers fan for 20 years. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough one, dude. We at least got a Super Bowl in 85, went to one in 2006. I loved those Oiler teams, man. I loved them. I loved him in the teams against the Steelers in the 70s, and then I loved him later on with the fucking the Fun and Gun, or what the fuck was it called? Was it Fun and Gun? Red Gun? I don't even know what the fuck it was called, but it was Glanville and the fucking those teams. Those were badass. And then that Bills game, dude. I'm sorry to bring it up. You brought it up, but I was so sick watching that Bills game. I hated it. Because I wanted that fucking Oiler team. I like fun teams, man. And Buffalo's just as fun. It's just your defense was fucking terrible. All right, never mind. 500 degrees. Clue-a-Lot's been listening for 10 years. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that very much. I mean, isn't that crazy though when you think about it? I told you I got like 15 people that were 15 when they started listening, and 12. There was somebody who was 12 when he started listening, which I'm sorry. Your parents are awful people. They're just terrible. The Run and Shoot. There you go. Not the Fun Gun. It was a grim game. Don't kid yourself. Earl Campbell look at Jill coming up with Earl Campbell. Earlier she's like, what's up with the biscuit? Then she's like, Earl Campbell. I love this. I love Jill falling back on her football knowledge. It might be maybe some Sal influence there. I don't know. But Jill asks about the biscuit and Earl Campbell. I've got to respect that. Let's see. Clue. Oh my God, Clue, you're 35? Dude, I'm 51. I'm old. So I was 40 when the show started. Hi, the show's called 40-Year-Old Boy. I'm the dumbest person alive. I actually literally considered I was going to do the math. So I'm 51. When I started the show, I shut up. So, all right. So here, I'll tell you this. Penny came to your Austin show when she was 16. Whoa, no way. Dude, that's awesome. Did I meet Penny? I don't know if I did or I did not. You are a bad parent, Erickson. Don't kid yourself. And I think I probably warned you like up front because, I mean, there have been like every show I've gone to, someone has brought a younger person and I've said, all right, is this okay? Because I'm going to swear like a lot. Even though you've heard the show, I swear a lot on the podcast. Sal, that's fine. Oh, you should have said, well, Jill, I don't know. Jill breaks her ankle. Maybe she dives into deep fucking football knowledge. Maybe she goes back into the 70s. She comes up at me and she's like, well, what about Nick Bonacani? Don't you love him? Of course I love Nick Bonacani. Thank you, Erickson. I was in Austin a couple of times. I don't know which one you came to, but I mean, they were both. I did the One Man in Austin once, and then I did another show that I wound up I literally didn't know what I was going to talk about. And I did an hour and a half just on what was in the green room. Like I wound up talking about people meeting me and talking to me back there. It was very weird. I don't remember what that was. See, now you're 30. Well, Danny, you're super cool, dude. Thank you so much. I'm glad you've been around this long. And of course, and everybody's like, yay, we love you. And I'm like, yay, there's going to be a rerun tomorrow. I feel like such a fucking idiot. I apologize. Oh, you were at the one man. Okay. Jason came to the one man. I don't know. Yeah. In Austin, it was, I did the one man once. And then another time I just did, another show. And that was in like 2013. That was just after fucking Karen bailed, which let me get to that in a second. I apologize. Okay, Erickson, I don't know which one that was, man, off the top of my head. Tanya, oh, dude, that Toronto Green Room was the best of all time. You know that. Everybody, I talked about that probably for fucking 20 minutes because I'm a dope. But the last show in Toronto was fantastic. There was no green room. We all hung out in the living room. That's how it's been that way now. Like Cincinnati, the same way, Tanya, when you came out. I just kind of hung out with you guys in the living room. And then the show starts and I just walk on stage from the crowd, which is just dumb. I'm already talking to you guys. It seems silly that I would need to be in the front of the room. But at the same time, I'm the talent, goddammit. So that's the way I should do it. Oh, Danny, yeah, no, I mean, Tahoe, it's a transient town anyway. You could get 100 people to go, yeah, bring Mike, and then they all move the next week because fucking ski season ended. So it was a nice try. Clueless says, I barely post on Snapchat anymore because he posts to Instagram. It's too taxing to post on multiple social media platforms. Dude, you're so right. I mean, Snapchat, look, I'm too old to be on Snapchat, clearly. I did it because I was like, well, for the show, I need to do it or whatever. And there's a couple of people I wind up, like you were someone who would post a lot. There's a girl, Christy. There's people like that that wind up posting. And some people would write me notes even. This guy, Sam, this guy, Sam D, he sent me a picture. He's in a beer garden in Munich with a fucking dirt shirt on. And he's like, there you go, ready for this vacation. And then I was like, dude, can I post this photo? He goes, oh man, wait, let me put lederhosen on. So he posted a picture in the fan club page of himself wearing the dirt shirt and fucking lederhosen. I'm like, oh, good. I love that. Glad to influence a lederhosen wearing dude. So let's get to this fucking dumb head. I was going to do this live chat and talk to you guys and do this thing, and you're all super nice to be here. We're at 22 and 10, and I appreciate that very much as we're a half hour in, Jesus Christ. When I hear you talk about driving all night, my first thought is drove all night, crept in your room, woke you from your sleep to make love to you. I don't know what that is, friend. It's another song, probably. I hope, unless that's just your first thought, Brendan. Maybe that's the first thing your brain goes to. Oh, yeah, I should definitely pick up people and play that because that's what people want. People don't think I'm creepy enough. Already, like I said, one girl likes my voice and everybody else is like, I've got earbuds. Don't talk to me ever. I'm like, fantastic. That's my thing that makes me laugh too is when people think, go, dude, Erickson, look at you coming in with some fucking hot cash. Thank you, sir. Or is that Panda? Did Panda throw that dough my way? I don't know. Brennan, you know what I like about that little smiley face guy, Brennan? He looks like because everybody's like, oh, that looks like a minion or like a rubber duck. Dude, you know what that looks like? You ever have Dots candy? Dots candy are these little like domes like that, but that looks like a Dots candy with a face. Panda said my hourly rate is slipping. Well, Panda certainly is there. I'm sure Panda's got a visor and an adding machine. Just the fucking ticker tape is flying out. Brendan knows what Dirling Pizza is like. But yes, that little thing is it looks like a little dot candy, like a little soft, chewy, gummy candy. But he's got a little smiley face. But he wouldn't be smiling if I threw him. Yeah. Oh, she's a furry, so she dressed up in furry clothes now, Erickson. She's a furry. Does that make you a furry too? Is it like fucking? Like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction was like, my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me, God damn it, stop talking so fast. My girlfriend's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian too. So I would imagine as a furry, okay, she's got a panda suit, which is fine. Yeah, there you go. Pretty much makes you a furry too. So, I mean, if you're tagging her in the panda suit, look, I don't know what furries, I don't know if it's all sex. It might not be. Maybe she just likes feeling like a panda and you like feeding her bamboo, whatever the fuck. I don't know how you guys handle your business. Or maybe it is a sex thing. Maybe like she needs you you need that to get off. I don't want to speculate about you guys, although I've just spent the past minute doing so. Because I was going to ask a question, like if she wears the panda suit when you tag her, like is that for you or for her or for both of you? And do you have to wear like another suit? Like I don't know, do pandas have like a predator? Is it that sort of, does it get to be that deep? There you go. Exactly. Murph knows what I'm talking about. I would never say no. I'd totally tag her in the panda suit, but does the panda suit have fucking openings and flaps? Now we're getting into some specialty business at that point. Palmater, oh my God. Hey, you know that guy right there? That guy, Scott Palmater's from the Tonellis, a famous band in Illinois. And if you're a member of the Attaboy Schmidt Brigade Fit Club, Attaboy, what is it? Attaboy Schmitty. Fuck, I don't even know the name of it off the top of my head. Okay, hold on. Hold on, we're showing what Clue says. He says, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, posting all his trips, and he'll be uploading his Thailand trip too. If you guys want to subscribe to Clue's YouTube channel, go ahead and do that because, again, he puts up interesting content. Holy shit, Manny Garcia comes in on Fading Her Bamboo. Look at you, badass. Hi, Manny. How you doing, buddy? How are things down south? You know what's scary here in Reno? There's a furry convention at one of the casinos. Oh, dude, see, now I'd be on board for that. See, because I mean, can you pick up furries without being a furry? Can you like get them in a weird conversation, like, and be like, hey, you know, I've always thought about dressing up like an ocelot, and then the next thing you know, they're on their knees. I mean, if that work out for you, that'd be fucking perfect. There you go. Erickson's going to look up my man Clue a lot. You spit vodka tonic on your keyboard. Good for you, Erickson. I'm sorry to do that to you. I love the idea that you're coming off like this weird, completely low rent Hugh Hefner. Like you're holding a vodka tonic and a robe while watching me, and you got a chick in a panda suit waiting to get tagged next to you. It's like, what a life. That's the ultimate life. Nobody could want anything better than that. Jill and Sal, Jill's got her broken ankle and they're teamed up together. They're watching. You guys are there. You get your vodka tonic and she's just fucking presenting. Is she presenting panda wise? Is she face down, ass up in her panda suit? Is she black down, white up? Is that what's happening? I don't know how pandas are colored. No, it's white down, black up, right? Because they don't have a white ass. I'm thinking of other monkeys. All right. Low rent Hugh Hefner. There you go. You ought to be you, sure. Don't approach the pedo bear for, yeah, no thanks. That's never happening. I'm not doing that. Shit Brigade. No, it was Attaboy Fit Brigade. Murph, no, it's not the Shit Brigade. As much as Mex wanted to name it that, it was not that. So that's not the thing. So we're talking about my brain. So this live stream was scheduled for 6 o'clock. And then, like I said, the week kind of got away from me and some things happened. I've been in the car a lot and stuff, and I was going to reschedule. But here's another reason. Whoa, Clue a lot comes through with 5 curly monies. Thank you for the curly money, Clue, because he's overseas. He's over in London or wherever the fuck he is. He's going to Thailand soon. I don't know if you heard. But thank you, Clue. That's fucking awesome. That's a euro, I believe. Pandas aren't monkeys. They're marsupials or whatever the fuck, Geo. I don't know. We're talking at the speed of my head here, buddy. I don't have a fucking wildlife guide opened up and ready to tell you what it is. No, kangaroos are marsupials. Pandas don't have a pouch. Are pandas mammals? I don't fucking know. What the hell? I'm old, man. I don't have to remember any of that school shit. See, the panda is very monkey-like. It should be it's pound sterling. Well, then, excuse me, Clue a lot. I didn't know that the queen was dropping her cash in my till. Clink, clink, clink. Thank you very much, madam. Queen mother, queen mum. I call her the mum. So I was going to do this, and then I was like, I was excited to do it, and then I'm like, whatever, we'll see what happens. But then I'm not. This is you again. Brace yourselves and get ready to yell at me because that's what you will do. I pitched this on the show last week, and I didn't hear from anybody. Like nobody was like, oh man, looking forward to the live stream or anything like that. So here's what I did because I'm the best. I easily talked myself out of doing it because I said nobody wants me to do it. Obviously nobody's interested or they would have said something. Isn't that great? Isn't that smart? Isn't that what I always do? And I'm sure Gio's going to be like, well, that's like when you didn't tell the girl who said you had a hot voice that you should be in you should listen to the podcast. I get that. That's fine. But I totally told myself, and literally because I got up today and I'm breaking down my week and I'm like, all right, I got to do this. Because all these things. And I was like, well, the live stream, you know what, man, nobody really showed any enthusiasm for that. So I could probably reschedule that till tomorrow and try to maybe pitch it a little bit and see if I can get a couple of people on board. And you're right, Matt, that brain is so fucking terrible. It just interferes and does these terrible. Hey, Matt, by the way, you sent me a note. Congratulations on your promotion. I'm sorry that I didn't get to address that via email. And also online. I think I may have liked your post about it, but congratulations, man. You worked really hard for that, and I'm glad that came through. Holy shit, 1069 up top, my brother. Don't kid yourself. Up top as I crack those knuckles. I'm going to say that was 535 from Sal, 534 from Jill. And she only saved the penny off of it because she needs to keep money to keep her getting her cast off. She got to pay that doctor. All right. No, thank you so much, Jill. That's fucking amazing. Thank you. And thank you, Sal, too, also, who jumped in. I hate your brain, too, Brendan. I hate mine as well, but I also hate yours. Does Mike need an attaboy maker grade? He always does. Fuck. I mean, I always need that. That's one of the things. I'm glad you're psyched for the live streams, Danny. I will tell myself that, and I will keep that in mind because I love doing them. Certainly, it's something I enjoy doing. But I do that dumb thing where I tell myself, yeah, fuck, nobody cares, man. There's no reason for you to do this. Nobody's interested, and nobody wants you to do it. And it's just it's a foolish, silly way to keep myself in check, and I need to stop doing it, but it happens. You're welcome, Matt. Again, congratulations. That's fucking badass. Look at there. Yeah, Erickson and Brendan know that Jill comes through up top. And Charles says, nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everybody who has gone ahead and contributed and done cool things and paid attention. And even the fact that you can fucking show up is the best. Put it on your calendar. Should have sent you a message. No, you didn't. No, you shouldn't have. See, that's what I want to avoid, dude. Fuck that. You're super cool. And you had it on your calendar. I pitched it because this is a dangerous fucking thing to do. And Gio's going to yell at me when I get out of here. I'm sure he's going to go, dude, because again, you can't tell people you're going to do something and then not do it. Particularly something like this, because I'm trying to build a streaming audience. I'm trying to build, there's this thing with podcasts. Everybody talks about, pod fade and all that shit. I mean, I've been consistently putting out a show for 11 years. In the beginning, say if I only put a show out every 2 weeks and then stopped and then put one out another week later or whatever, nobody fucking consistently shows up. You have to come to the table when you say you're going to do something and give people a reason to tune in. So if people are going to tune in, they got to know that you're always going to be there. And I want to be a constant in your lives. So if I pitch a live stream and then I don't fucking show up for it, then it's easy for you guys to go, well, fuck it. Well, Mike doesn't care. Then why do we not care? Or why do we care? We shouldn't care. So it's foolish. And so you're nice to say that you should have reminded, but you absolutely, I'm sure you're kidding from your second response. Let's see about the podcast this week. UFC then, what's up at the family reunion? All right, you don't have fake because your show swings intense in content. Well, thank you, Erickson. I appreciate that. And it does, because again, it's a living document. It's literally what's going on. But again, this week there wasn't much going on except I was in the car and a girl told me I had a hot voice. Other than that. I do have light and dark shows. There's no doubt about that. So, all right. So Charles, all right, look, well, you're saying I should do that on the podcast, but should I talk about that now? Well, I'll talk about the family reunion real quick. It never happened. Shit fell apart. I don't know what the fuck happened. I talked about it on stage in Cincinnati, but I got a note from my brother, Glenn, who was just like, hold on. I'm going to show this really quick. I know, but I should respond. I know I'm doing it, but I should respond. The whole point is, it's funny getting back to like what Clue said. He's like, it's tough to post to a bunch of streaming platforms, and it's really, I mean, it is as a person, like as a layman, but for me, as someone who's trying to hold an audience and have a connection with people, it's really not. I should answer all emails. I should answer all texts. There's a gentleman on Twitter who just wrote me today. He wrote me a couple days ago, and he's like, Mike, I want to take you to lunch. I'm in California. Let's go. And I didn't answer him. And he wrote me again today. And he's like, look, I'm really sorry, but I kind of wanted to make sure that I can do this. Like, I'd really like to do this. And so now I feel like a dick. I don't know what's sad, Charles. The family reunion. Okay. The 64 agreements. Yeah. I need to make a lot more agreements, Gio. I need 60 more other than the 4 that were written by the fucking guru dude. So anyway, getting back to the family reunion. Out of the blue, I got a note that just said, and it was like a formal note. It was so dumb. Should I write him back on the stream? Should I do that? Right? All right, I'll do that right now. Well, let's go. Is that interesting for everybody? I don't know if it is or it isn't, but we'll do it. We're writing this guy. He is, and it's funny. You know, it'd be funny if I gave out his Twitter handle and you guys wrote him back. Let's see. Where is he? His Twitter handle is, where is he? He's at SED_H. At SED_H. And he's like, the 40-year-old boy, I reached out to you on Monday. I know it's only been a couple of days. Was hoping you'd think about me taking a lunch once again. It's fine if you don't feel like doing that, but I'm a big fan. I've been a fan for a really long time. Now that guy's the coolest. And I didn't answer him. So now I'll answer him right now. But see, all right, well, I'll actually speak it in here. Dude, exclamation point. I'm actually really interested, comma, and I thank you so much for asking, period. I want to apologize for not getting back to you sooner. Semicolon. By the way, comma, I'm answering this via the live stream on YouTube, period. You should be here, exclamation point. We'll get together and figure out the details soon, period. Right now, there are people waiting in a chat room to watch me talk, and they're bored by this, period. Oh, that's too many characters. Oh, I didn't know there was a bunch of characters in whatever. So we'll get together and figure out the details soon. And so I apologize for boring all of you with that. That was weird, but hold on. Thanks. Exclamation point, reply. All right. There you go. I did that. You told me to do that, and I did. Brendan, I'm going to show everybody that you just said that. So I did. I wrote him back on the stream, and then Matt says yes, and write me back too. Should I write you now, Brendan? Should I go ahead and answer your email? I could do that. All right. And you're going to blow him. Oh, no, Gio, that only happens with guys in my car, man. That only happens with young people like young Jaden, who's a real person, actually. All right. So we answered that, dude. So what else are we saying? We were talking about things. Such a fine use of punctuation. Schoolhouse Rock. Murph, you know me. You know I'm a stickler for that kind of thing. Earlier today, I was trying to tell people that the live stream was happening. There were 2 typos when I was typing, and I had to go back and edit them. And people don't understand there's that edit feature on Facebook. I see people leave typos and shit. Like, you know what? You know what's a fucking typo festival? Any fucking thread with all of the people I went to high school with. What a mess. I don't know what these people were doing during school, but it wasn't paying attention in fucking English class, because it is just your and fucking commas in the wrong place and triple spacing and like, oh, dude, no commas. Oh, what a fucking, it looks like half their fucking things just like somebody took a Scrabble board and dumped it out. Just literally whatever landed was what went into the fucking Facebook thing. It's so bad. Hold on. Show. All right. Poor Charles Hudson. Poor Chuck. The reunion. Talk about the fucking reunion. You should put some cool landscape. We can guess where you are every week. Kendra, that's in the works. That's in the plan. When I start doing Twitch from this particular area, they're going to have a whole thing behind me, like space or whatever the fuck. Gio wants me to do it, but first he wants me to work on my flax. Let's see. You typed it 5 times already. What a mess. Yes, Charles, absolutely. You're there. Look at you, Erickson. Exactly. Kendra is a killer. Absolutely, she is. Punctuation at traffic. It is a traffic jam, Matt. Don't kid yourselves. So that's what they do. All those guys from my high school, they all fuck it up, and it's just a fucking. So I have to change. If I make any typo at all, Twitter, anything else, it just freaks me the fuck out, and I have to fucking fix it. We could put me in space, Matt. Why not? Put me somewhere, some sort of constellation. Once I get my flax straightened out. All right. So, I get a note from my brother, and we're all, my brother Glenn, we're all planning on doing this family reunion, whatever, it's going to happen. And this note comes, and it just says like, it was like the most formal note too. It wasn't even like, Mike, hey man, something's come up or whatever, we got to change. No. It was literally like, due to unforeseen circumstances, it is our regret to inform you the family reunion will be canceled. We would like some privacy at this time. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this? I don't get this, man. So the best part about that is I talked to my brother Lenny, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? He goes, I don't know. He goes, but I'm fucking pissed. And I'm like, really, what's up? And he goes, I just bought airfare for me and the girls 3 days ago. So Lenny bought fucking airfare from like here to Chicago to South Dakota, whatever the fuck. He bought 3 airline tickets. It was like $850 he spent on airfare that he can't cancel now because it was later than a day. So Lenny had to eat that fucking money. And then I contacted my brother about the camel. I mean, we should do that actually, Kendra. I can just hold it up on the phone now. You can watch him there. So my brother just sends this ridiculous formal note, and Lenny gets burned out of fucking almost $1,000 in airfare. And I still don't know why they canceled it. I wrote my brother and I said, hey man, I hope you're good. I hope, your wife and then the kids are all fine. And he just went, we're fine. We just need privacy at this time. Whatever the fuck. And again, it's this thing where, dudes, with my family, this literally happened. I had an exchange. I'm not going to say with who. I was talking to somebody the other day, one of my family members, and they're telling me something, and they go, don't tell mom. What? I'm 51 years old. Don't tell me don't tell mom. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. I heard that shit enough growing up. I lived in my house until I was 19. I probably heard it till the very day I fucking moved out. And I just don't, it just doesn't. And again, I understand it. I get it. I know what's going on, and it's all nonsense and silliness. And we all know everybody's got their quirks and idiosyncrasies and everything else. But man, dude, don't tell mom at 51. Jesus fucking Christ. That just sounds like a horror movie. Don't like, I'm waiting for the Babysitter's Dead to come after it. The fucking horrible rest. You know what, Erickson, he travels so much that he didn't, he still flew. He flew the girls to Chicago and they hung out there and stuff like that. It's easy. You can cancel a flight and so the South Dakota leg, he just switched. It costs some more money, but he's traveling so much. He's got miles and shit like that to cash in. It works out in the end, but he wasn't he wasn't happy about it. Neither was I. There's a camel from our friend Jill/Sal. So that happened. So yeah, the family reunion never fucking happened. I don't know why. Because this is 2 months ago, and it was supposed to happen in fucking July. And so that's 3 months now. And I never got an answer, never heard. And also it was the point where I was like, like I said, man, I love my family. It'd be cool to see them. I want to see my nieces and nephews. They're all grown up. Last time I saw Glenn's kids was 2007, 2008, maybe. Wait, no, 2007. God, might've been 2006. Holy fuck. I don't know, Karen and I went out there and the kids were awesome. I played catch with them. We fucking hung out in South Dakota for a few days. It was great. I enjoyed seeing the kids, but now, 12 years later, they're not going to have any fucking idea who I am. They're not going to have any clue. So to them, it's probably no great loss. And then you see me. It's the same thing with, when I didn't talk to Lenny for fucking 15 years, I missed his daughters grow up. I didn't know anything about them. Now I talk to them. I see them, I'm Uncle Mike, and although the youngest calls me Uncle Mike, the other one calls me Mike. And I always kind of and I understand it because again, they don't know me as Uncle Mike. I'm just, whatever. Sometimes it comes out Mike, sometimes it comes out Uncle Mike, but it is fucking strange. I'm not going to lie to you where I'm just like, because when I was a kid, it was Aunt Marge, Uncle John, everybody like that. This isn't a tender's dream, Erickson, not at all. It's just me telling you what happened. So, see, this is why the show's so different. Sometimes it changes in tense and context. Who can do this with their arm? Nobody besides me. So there you go. So the family reunion didn't happen. And I don't know if it ever will. Who knows? It never will. I'm declaring it now. It's never going to happen, damn it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out. You only get one chance to have a family reunion with me, and then it goes out the goddamn window once you cancel on me. Agreed, Erickson. Nobody likes a straight line. So this live stream I was putting off because I didn't think anybody wanted me to do it. And thank you so much for showing up. And I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you're on board and you wanted to hear it. And thank you to Matt and Jill for reminding me via Facebook that they were waiting because I honestly in my brain, because again, I was going to reschedule to Thursday. And then in my head, I went, because my brain is so weird, I went, nobody wants you to fucking reschedule. If anybody wanted you to do this fucking thing, they would have said something. So then I was like, yeah, I don't even need to reschedule it. That's fine. I just won't do it. And it'll go unnoticed because nobody cares about me. And oh dear, bread and beer. If I was rich, I wouldn't be here. Everybody hates me and I eat worms. That's all shit my mom used to say when we were kids. And then at 6:25, I went on the computer and it said, hey, Mike, what the fuck? Where are you? So that's why I said it is very important for me to say things and then follow up on them. Thanks, Sal/Jill. You're the best. And Brendan, you don't laugh at that, Brendan. I took that to heart, God damn it. That was oh dear, bread and beer. If I was rich, I wouldn't be here. My mom used to say that all the goddamn time. Which, probably sends a bad message to the 5 kids in the car with her. Oh dear, bread and beer. If I was rich, I wouldn't be here. Mom, where would that leave us exactly? Scattered to the 5 winds, possibly? Staying in homes with people who care? We're kidding. We're having fun. All right, so it is the best. That's what my mom, because my mom's, we're straight Irish, man. My mom's grandma came off the boat. So my grandma's, Mary Anderson, straight up fucking shillelagh and goddamn green top hat. So, and that's why, and this is a dedication to her. This whole room is, you know what? This isn't my office anymore. We're calling this, I text, where I do my live broadcasts from? Grandma's top hat. That's exactly where I show up. I just venture into Grandma's top hat and I come out to give you guys a little talk. That's how it works. Meet me in Grandma's top hat. That's what we'll do from now on. So, all right, I'll tell you guys this because why not? And just because. In doing my house, it wasn't Green Bay green. I don't think. I guess technically. It could kind of be in the neighborhood of Green Bay green. That wasn't a choice, though. Quite frankly. It's funny. It's like in baseball with baseball going on now. Like the Brewers are a good team. They wound up winning their division and they're in the playoffs. And part of me is like excited. Like I would, I like different teams. So the Brewers, the Rockies, that would be a cool thing to see one of them in the World Series. But honestly, I don't want the Brewers to win just because I know it would make somebody happy that I don't want them to be happy. It's so selfish and wrong and stupid. But it's like I felt with the week 1 with the Bears and the Packers. I was just like, I just that whole angle of just thinking of somebody with their new fucking boyfriend in the stadium going crazy as they won. And I'm just like, God damn it. I'm fucking furious right now. All right. It's like a 716. All right. What you got a little swatch? You got a swatch of green you're holding up? It is kind of like a 716, although I was kind of going for more of an 813, but that's all right. I can handle a 716. Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was terrible, Erickson. It was so fucking bad. I was so pissed and so fucking wiped out after that game. All right, so in doing the house, in like going through boxes and looking for a bunch of stuff. All right, I need your advice on something. First of all, I'm going through cabinets and I'm finding like old footballs and a bunch of old gaming consoles. I found my old Genesis. I found an old fucking my PlayStation. I found all this stuff, which is great. But also, I found I found a wedding time capsule, which I had forgotten about. Are they killing the A's? That sucks, Jason. I'm so pissed. It was 2-0. And I mean, they went up 2-0 fast. And I was like, all right. Thank you, Brendan. You don't even need me to finish the story. I hear you. It just feels like bad luck to throw it out. It just feels awful. Erickson, I mean, I hope so. I'm an international entertainer. No offense, Erickson, but I mean, I'm glad. I know. Oh, it's 6-0. Fuck, it was 2-0. God damn it. See, that's another thing. I wanted the A's, like the A's and the Rockies in the World Series or something like that. But instead, it's the fucking. The only good thing is Yankees Red Sox is a head-to-head thing in the first round. So we got to see one of those kill each other early. It's not. They won't be in the fucking ALCS. Brian Erickson says keep the capsule. Hold on. All right, hold on. You guys are all coming in with your things. Well, Erickson, all right, I hear what you're saying. All right, some people are saying throw it out. Some people are saying keep it. Someone says toss it. I want to grab it and show it to you. It's so weird. It's like this big, you know, from the desk. I'm so dumb. For whatever the fuck it's this big. I don't know. It's a you ever get one of those Christmas tins full of popcorn? Like it's it's literally like in a little aluminum, like a fucking thing with a lid that you pull off, and it's got like 3 sections of popcorn. Okay, it's that big, but it's got like, I saw it and I was just like, oh man, like it was tucked way in the back of this cabinet. Like I didn't remember it. I didn't know it was there. There's no money in there. No, Murph, my wedding was a fucking destruction. All right, let's see. I've got keep the capsule, stick it in a box, burn it on a lawn, says Louie. Louie, how you doing? Put it in a crate under a stairwell in an Ivy League university. Chain it up, you think? Perhaps something will happen later in the future, and then we'll have to bury that monster and throw it back into the ocean? Oh, creep show. Bury it like a Times capsule, open it on the stream. Oh, Manny, you don't want to see that. Open it in case there's a surprise money gift. Maybe Hal Holbrook will find it. Well, Erickson, I pieced together your puzzle earlier. My 6-year marriage ended at the beginning of the year, and I would give anything to have it erased from my memory. Well, Brendan, I apologize that happened to you, and I'm sorry that you went through that. I am sorry that I'm triggering you by bringing up my failed marriage. And use it to kill Adrienne Barbeau. I don't want to kill Adrienne Barbeau. Open it on the stream, but Jill, nobody wants to see me open it on. I mean, because why? It's just why do you even try to say? I don't know, Erickson. It's a futile gesture. So it's a tin can. It's like a tin aluminum, whatever the fuck. It's you throw out everything, right? And Matt, I don't blame you. I mean, I threw out a bunch of stuff too. But I told, well, you know the saga. I had all the Jill stuff, or I'm sorry, all the Karen stuff in my closet. And then I went through it finally, and I said, "Fuck it." It took me 3-4 days, and I sorted it out, and I sent a box to like her niece's house. This is like 3-4 years ago. I just got it out of my house, and I felt good about it. Brendan says destroy. And look, this isn't even anything that she'd care about. I get that. I mean, I know for a fact that. I mean, again, everybody's like, she left. She doesn't want any stuff. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I understand. But what I'm saying is this thing it's got like her garter in it, and like all of the cards from everybody, you know, that we opened that night, and that was all. I didn't delve into it to see what the rest of it was. I opened it up and just saw the stuff on the top. Open it. Oh, Jill. I don't know. Is that Sal or Jill? Who wants me to open it? Sal or Jill? Eat it, sure, why not? And again, it's not that I want it. And it's not like I'm like, oh, boo-hoo, I really hope I'll see her someday. And no, it's just that it just seems like bad luck to throw it out. It's like taking a bunch of, and granted that, it was good wishes and goodwill for something that's over, all right, and something that's finished. But it just seems like throwing away people being nice. I know that sounds strange. I know it sounds weird, but you know how weird I am. I couldn't even recycle this if the cap got lost. Like, cause they're friends. These guys look, if I take this off, it fits right on. They're friends. I couldn't take this cap from another bottle and put it on here because they went through the whole process together. They got bottled together. They got put out of the factory together. They got boxed in the thing together. They were in the store together. They came to my house. They've been in the fridge together. And now they're through this thick and thin. They're friends. I can't possibly separate them. And I know that sounds weird. That's how my head works. So this just seems like throwing away a ton of goodwill. Even though that goodwill did nothing and it all fucking fell apart. Let's see. Sell it on eBay. No, it's cards from people wishing me a good marriage. Good luck to Bernadette. It was Jill. All right. That's got to be bad karma. Oh, yeah. Bottle cap friends. See, bottle cameras, of course. I'm not a haunted house, Murph. That's totally true. See, Erickson knows. You take that to heart. Thick and thin, says Manny, of course. Again, not wanting to just toss it. It's just stuff. You can't let it haunt you. And then Haunted House of Hilarity. Oh, Triple H. That's right. Fuck you, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I'm the Haunted House of Hilarity. I'll pedigree your ass with a spooky joke. So I look, I know the answer. Throw it out. I know that, but it's been 4:54. Ain't no joke. I have it. I keep looking at it. It's over there. Like I had it. I was gonna throw it out, and that's fine. But it just seems like a bad juju. I know that sounds dumb. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in any of that bullshit. But it just everybody, because there were a lot of people who were just like, just throw that shit away. And even when it was funny when I found it, my buddy Kyle was here, Kyle Dotson, and he's like, just throw it out. I'm like, nah. And he's getting married soon. I wanted to go, you'll know in 20 years. Oh, Shannon will tell me to fucking pitch it, I'm sure. So anyway, so I've got that thing. We're saying about the stuff, the caps on, it's a waste for recycle bottles, the caps on, and they aren't friends, they're enemies. I don't believe you, Sal. I quite frankly, I'm disappointed that you tried to get me to break up a relationship as strong as this one. Horrifying. You know what? You're telling on yourself when you do something like that, friend. You're telling on yourself. Sometimes I feel like I'm attending Mike Schmidt University night school. All right, well, good for you. Pitch it then, you fuck. Brendan, that probably doesn't seem like a good tone to take with a guy who's your pal. I mean, we're friends, right? I thought. And I'm the talent. Certainly nobody talks to the talent like that. I mean, I'm trying to share a thought with you, and it just seems weird that you would carve it up like that. But I guess, if that's how you want to be, give it to Kyle as a wedding gift. I should, Murph, absolutely. If you're still friends with them, those people, use it to reach out to them and let them know you're okay, then throw it out. Well, no. The bottom, I'm going to throw it out. It's just a weird situation to have to throw it out. It just feels like throwing away good wishes. It feels like throwing away, I don't even want to say love. At the time it was, but also my wedding was a fucking tragedy. Like literally, I've talked about this on here before. All my friends, like we got money from my friends, and her side, a lot of people on her side of the family didn't give us anything. And it was just some of them came from out of state, and they considered that was their gift. I'm like, all right, good for you. How do you throw out the wedding capsule? You have to keep it, but don't revisit it. Yeah, but because the wedding's long over. You know what I mean? It's like she's been gone since 2013. But all right, so let's get to that really quick. So, and also looking for other stuff, honor it, but don't dwell on it. Well, thank you. I'm not dwelling. I figured I would share. Oh, it is still going. Liana, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's short hair Liana. Well, thank you, Brendan. I don't think I am either. It's Liana Dixon, she of the very short hair. She posted a photo today that I saw in passing and I didn't get to like because I was hustling out the door. But we're glad to have her on board. Hi, Liana. Thank you. Honor it by showing us, and maybe it'll be easier to throw away. You just want to fucking see it. It's nothing. It's just a bunch of cards. All right, what do we got? I don't want to see this as Brendan. I don't blame you. Erickson and Brendan are having their own conversation, I guess. What Geo? All right, let's see. All right, so here's the thing. It's this. You open it up. It's like, all right, see. Brendan's got it right. Manny's got it right. I mean, see what I mean? This is what I'm up against. Because I think to myself, I should just toss this, right? You should just throw this shit out and it shouldn't matter. But then you see it and you're like, this, I'm a weirdo, but this meant something at one time. This meant everything in the world at one time. And it's amazing how your life changes and how things move quickly. I mean, I can remember every moment. I can remember getting this. I can remember every moment of listening to this dumb thing. I can remember all of it. And I remember ruining it. It was my fault. I know what happened. So to throw that out, you're like, well, I'll just throw it out. Just fucking tear the scab off and get rid of it. But it doesn't seem like it's that easy to me. But I don't know. I mean, cards from people, and this is like the wedding planner. I won't show you the whole thing. It's got addresses and stuff on it. Shower gifts, cards from everybody. I mean, it's. I don't even want to know what this is. Oh, dudes. That's the knife we cut the cake with. You got to keep that. I mean, it just right. That's just wrong. It just seems. So let's see. This is gonna get tender. Burn that, man. Store it. You don't drink, so you have to be 100 and want to see this. Burn it all. What would Karen do? Mike, I get it. Don't apologize. I'm not apologizing per se. I mean, I just. Everybody got matches on the table. I mean, just, it's, confetti and notes and see, I mean, I know it seems ridiculous, and you're laughing at me and you think I'm a goon and all that. And I totally get it, but it's, it just seems weird to throw out, and not. I don't want to keep it because I'm like, oh, boo-hoo, or oh, yay, or any of that stuff. Let's see. Nothing else. We are only our memories. We put the personal stuff back in the can, drop it off at a church. Can't toss it. You're stuck with it for life. Thanks, Keith. It's the bittersweet, gut-wrenching melancholy that makes life worth living. I can't believe 454 is digging into this. What the hell? Those are the matches you will use to burn it all, says Manny. I would have tossed it in a crate, put it in the attic. I think we're doing this. You're acknowledging the impact and importance of the event and people's sentiments. Hi, Infinite Funk. I get not throwing out stuff. It's kind of like throwing out positive energy unless it's actively heartbreaking. Mint, good. I'm glad you enjoyed Mint Fist. What did I miss from people here? Anything else? It's amazing. Well, no, thank you for asking. I wouldn't have done it, Jill. Whatever. What is this guy? Some kind of goon? I am kind of a goon, Gio. There's no doubt about that. 35mm photos of ex-girlfriends. I get it. Hang on to memories from a 20-year relationship. Make it harder to move past. Is there any? There is no more caramel corn left. I'm getting that and betting that was Sal trying to be all non-sentimental. But it's so I mean, yes, it should be pitched. There's no doubt it should be pitched. I get that. It just like our friend here said, like Infinite said, it is. It's like throwing away love or happiness or goodwill or whatever, even though it's not even, it doesn't represent those things anymore because that stuff's all over. It ended. And so whatever. So there you go. That's what's in there. But I keep looking at it. It's this thing where I can't pull the trigger on throwing it out. I want to, but I keep looking at it and just, not even, again, it's not like a thing where like, boo-hoo, I wish that was all happening again. No, it's not. I'm a grown up. I've moved on and I'm different now. But it just seems like taking people's, even like I've said before, when I got divorced, like I never thought I'd be a divorced guy. I never thought I'd have an ex-wife. Those are powerful terms to me. I never really thought about it. I just assumed we were married and we were going to stay married. Now, did I fuck up the last year and a half of the marriage? Yeah. Did she fuck up? Yeah. And so we both kind of put it asunder. But at the same time, it gets in your head, and it makes you wonder and think. Don't throw it away. Thank you for sharing that. You got to get it. All right, Matt, good night. Go ahead and take those memories and run away, friend. Let's see. And send the rest to her parents. Liana, unfortunately, her parents are no longer with us. They've both left. Erickson, right? Don't burn memories. That's what it seems like to me. Drive. I am living my best life, Brendan. That can't be argued. Certainly, one half of those is make my best life. So you have all the stuff from previous relationships sits there in a box, right, Jason? I know, and it makes you go, what am I doing? It makes you wonder why you're doing it. It makes you wonder what it is about you that makes you possess that and keep it. And because I don't know, I could have just tossed that shit. It could mean nothing. It's just pieces of paper and a music box and a knife and all that. But it represented so much more at one time. It represented so much more. 21 years ago, August 22nd. You know, I mean, I remember every moment, and then I remember everything that turned it bad. So I'll wind up tossing it, I'm sure. Danny, it's funny you would ask that question. Erickson, there you go. See, it's just rough. I guess you're all right. Well, you might want to tell Panda you're a pack rat of VD. So in looking for other things I found here in the house, I found videotapes in the same cabinet as the wedding capsule. I found videotapes that were important to Karen. One is from a pageant she was involved in when she was, you know, in the town she grew up in, and then it's clips of her on stage. You know, Karen wanted to be a stand-up, so there's tapes of her on stage at a comedy club in Chicago. There's like 4 tapes. And it was the same thing where I was like, well, what do I do with these? I mean, I can't just fucking cache these. I didn't want to throw them out because I know they meant a lot to her. Karen didn't take anything. Erickson, dude, she just left. She took my rice cooker and my Monty Python CDs, and that was it. I mean, when she first left, she took her clothes, but left everything else. Dude, I had to go through, all right, I'll do this. Some of you guys might know this, but Erickson, I'll do this for you. She left a whole bunch of stuff in my house, like in my closet, and I kept it there because I didn't want to throw it away because I figured I'd ruin enough of her life. I didn't want to throw away stuff like she left her grandmother's china. She left jewelry. She left her fucking high school yearbooks. I mean, stuff that meant something as far as I was concerned. Yeah, dude, Erickson was fucking nuts. So she took whatever. And then that stuff was still sitting in my house. And then when I was with Jill kept going, why is this still here? Why the fuck do you still have this stuff? And I'm like, I can't throw it out. I ruined enough of her life. I don't want to be responsible. And they're like, and even Lily was like, throw it out. Everybody was like, throw it out. She didn't want it. If she wanted it, she would have taken it. Throw it out. And so I thought to myself, well, all right, I'm not throwing it out. I don't care what everybody fucking says because I wasn't going to let that fucking same feeling lay me low. Because like I said, she was already gone and I had fucked up and I had ruined enough of her life. I stole her life. As far as I'm concerned, I stole her life. That's how I put it. We had good times, but I didn't do the things I was supposed to do. Vows, whatever the fuck. Things I said I could and would do, I didn't. So she left. And I had her stuff and I said, fuck this. I sat down with all of it. It took me 3 days to sort it all. And I took it upon myself to sort because I wasn't going to ship fucking 8 boxes back to wherever the fuck she was, but I was sorting it out and I was going to make sure that whatever I thought was really important, I was going to keep. I kept her high school yearbooks. I kept her journals. You know, she kept journals that she would write it. And she would write a poem or she'd write a story or she'd just write about her day, anything, diaries, whatever the fuck. I saved a bunch of those. Magazines and shit I tossed, jewelry and stuff I kept, anything, family photos, dude. I kept those. So I saved all that shit. And then I sent it in a box to her niece's house where I knew she lived. Hey, Erickson, look at you. Give me $5 for pain. You're the best. So I sent it. I never heard anything. But I didn't fucking care. I threw away the stuff that was garbage. My rate is dropping. That's fine. I got no problem with that. I'm just glad we still got 25 people there listening to this nonsense that I've already told over and fucking over. I keep licking my lips too because my lips are dry. I apologize. That's got to look fucking gross on the stream. So I shipped that box to where the last address that I had known she was at. Never heard that. I never heard back. Never heard anything. So time went by. So the other day I'm going through it. I literally have not spoken to Karen in 3 years. I don't know where she lives. I don't know anything about where she is, what she's doing. I know nothing. So I find these tapes and in my head, I'm like, I can't toss these. I know they meant something to her. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I knew they meant something to her. And everybody else is like, toss them or whatever. $5 for pain. Look at you. $4.99. I wasn't even worth $5 for pain, fucking Manny. You're nice. Thank you. Everybody's thinking of me and you're totally cool and thanks. So I found these videotapes and I wrote her a note on Facebook. She hasn't blocked me on Facebook or anything. So I just wrote a note and it was funny because I found them on her birthday, which was fucking ridiculous. So I sent her a note and I just went, hey, happy birthday. I hope wherever you are, you're happy, healthy, and warm, because that's my new thing. I said, look, I found videotapes that belong to you. I don't know if you want them. If you do, I'm happy to send them wherever. Please give me an address. And if you don't want them, I'm happy to pitch them. Take care of yourself, Mike. And I didn't hear from her. She doesn't use Facebook a lot. I on her page, like she hasn't been on it in a year, it looks like, or whatever. And also on Facebook, when you're not friends with somebody, look at Brendan. You're fucking awesome. Thank you, Brendan. Look at everybody kicking in. You guys are so the few guys that are still interested in this story. Everybody else, stick with me. I'll get through the story fast. Yeah, I do too, Erickson. I remember them all. Oh, pain's the best, Brendan. Whatever, Clue. Everybody's having fun. We're all having fun. So I sent the note on Facebook, and I didn't hear anything, because if you're not connected as friends on Facebook, they don't get the note. They won't sometimes, and I keep forgetting to check mine. I'm sure I have notes in there that I haven't looked at from people who've sent me notes that I haven't answered because they've gone into the, when I was booking 2020, it used to happen all the time. I get comedians sending me notes from all over the country trying to get a spot. And then I'd find it like 4 months later and have to be like, sorry, I don't have a show anymore. So she didn't see the post, as far as I know, or at least she decided not to answer me. Exactly, Brendan. Nobody wants to relive their past, and I don't blame them. You know what I mean? And also I let Karen down at a time that she really needed me, after the marriage even. I mean, I really let her down. And it was a choice that I made. And now I see clearly that it was the wrong choice. And I've always wanted to apologize for that. But I never have reached out to do that because it's for me. I'm not apologizing for her. Who knows? She might just be like, well, fuck Mike, I don't want to hear from him. But it would make me feel better to apologize, and that's too selfish. You can't just reach out because you don't feel right. That's a non-starter. I mean, just because I don't feel right about the way things went, I should reach out again after 3 years and be like, hey man, I'm really sorry about that thing that probably really hurt you. Even though she doesn't care, she doesn't want to hear. Let's see. Some people don't want to know their past. I'd give anything to escape the mistakes I made. Right? Exactly, Brendan. Everybody knows. So I didn't reach out to apologize to her because I knew it was for me, not for her. And she probably didn't want to hear from me. But these tapes, I can't throw them out. And I don't want, I don't want them in my fucking house. Because the longer they're in my house, the longer there's fucking wedding capsules in my house, I haven't rebirthed. I haven't moved on. I haven't done the things I wanted to do. This fucking thing is sitting out in my living room in front of me. I'm staring right at it every day. I put it out there. You know why? Because I didn't want to forget it. I didn't want to put it back in the cabinet because then I'd forget it. And then what, in 6 months, I'd find the fucking thing again? No, I have to deal with this now. I got to do something with this fucking right now. But I just got to pull the trigger on whatever that is. Brendan, seriously, you got to relax, my friend. I understand what you were saying, and that's probably what I'll wind up doing. But at the same time, there's that part of me that just goes, you're murdering goodwill. You're throwing away good wishes. You're throwing away happiness, even though it doesn't represent happiness anymore. But at the time, it did. I mean, fuck, I played that music box for you. Who hears that and isn't immediately transported to getting rice thrown in their face and mopping their brow as they look around and they look at a woman with a veil over her face you thought you were going to spend the rest of your life with? So, I know, ask Shannon. I know we had other things to talk about this weekend. Or on Monday, I should say, because I hadn't seen her in 2 weeks. So we had to catch up. Hey, guess what happened to me? So I wrote the note on Facebook and I didn't hear back for like a week. So again, the videotapes are out. This capsule's out. I need to deal with them. I don't want them in my house anymore because that's the past. I got to cut it loose. If I fucking just keep it, you're just marinating in your pain, and that's fucking dumb. You're trying to relive things that are over. It's stagnant. It's fucking mosquito-ridden pond water. You got to drain it. So I sent her. I went to her Twitter account, and I hear you, Erickson. You're right. Objects don't kill the memories, and that makes complete sense. But it's what they represented. I mean, I've got the memories forever, but it's what this represents. And I know it's very easy to say throw it out or burn it or whatever the fuck, but I'm very good at putting myself in the position of this stuff right here has been with me since 1997. So it's traveled with me everywhere. It's stayed here. It's lived with me for this long. And I look at it almost again, because again, with the fucking bottle caps, it's like a child who's going to wonder why I'm throwing it out into the cold. This container of memories and love is wondering, why are you rejecting it? I meant something to you at one time, and now why are you getting rid of me so callously, so coldly? I know it's ridiculous to think that way, but that's what I think. Brandon, you were 9 in 97. Well, you could have been like a fucking ring bearer or something, I guess. So I went to her Twitter and I sent her the same note, and I said basically, I said, hey, I said I sent this to your Facebook, but you probably didn't see it. And also, by the way, actually, when I went to her Twitter was locked, which means you have to get permission to follow. So I had to follow her in order to send her a note, and she had to approve me. So that took 2 days, and she approved me. And then I sent her a note and just said, hey, I have this, and I just want to make sure that I have these videotapes if you want them, whatever. Same note that I sent. So I sent that, and then 2 days later, I was in my house, and my phone rang. And I saw the number, and I vaguely recognized it, but I wasn't sure. I went, this looks familiar. I let it go to voicemail because I don't answer any fucking phone calls these days. Hey, Adriana. I'm telling the story of what just happened this week. We went through, I'll show you this. Here's some context. We went through my old wedding time capsule that I found that I can't bring myself to throw away. And also, let's see. So I was, I'm trying to, Adriana, exactly. Haha. It's fuck Tender Mike Erickson. I don't need to tell the story if it's bad. I can go ahead and double shift. I'll talk more about whatever the fuck. Let's talk about the UFC. Someone wanted to talk about the UFC earlier, and that's totally fine. I can do that. But yeah, I was just telling a story about the fact that I found a wedding capsule, and people were debating whether or not it should be a good thing or a bad thing that I throw it out or keep it or whatever the fuck. And so, and then that progressed into the fact that oh, look at Brendan coming through with a buck. Thanks, dude. You're very nice. Thank you so much for thinking of me. So, Jill, you still out there? We'll make Jill the arbiter, because Jill was the one who started all this by making me show the fucking time capsule. I don't know if Jill and Sal are here or they left. I have no idea if they are here or bailed or whatever they did. I'm sorry. I keep getting texts and things. People are sending me things. No, he does not. Nobody likes Tender Mike. It's just matter of fact, Mike. It's telling a story, Mike. It's telling you what's really happening, Mike. That's all. And I wouldn't, it's not some phony thing. All right, Brendan, go to sleep. I apologize. We'll lose you. Well, Danny, you're very nice. Thank you. Oh, Brendan, you can't leave. Adriana likes Tender Mike. She just arrived for that. All right. So the point is, Adriana, oh, there's Jill. All right. That could be Sal, though. Who knows? Someone could be lying. All right. So the point is, I sent my ex-wife a Twitter note, because I had to follow her, and I sent her a note on Twitter, and I just said, hey, same thing. And then the phone rang, and it was a number I recognized, but I didn't answer it because I don't answer the phone anymore. And then I let it go to voicemail, and I answered. And right when it went to voicemail, I go, dude, that's Karen's number. Because she's not on my phone anymore. I deleted her from my phone. I deleted her from my fucking life. I mean, I blocked her on Twitter. It was a lot of stuff because when I was dating Jill, it was a very big point of consternation. She wondered why I was still talking to Karen early in our relationship. And she was like, she's coming back. You want her back. That's why you've got her stuff in your house. And I was like, no, fuck, I don't. And so I blocked Karen on everything. I kicked her. I took her stuff out of my fucking phone. I blocked her on social media. Because I thought that's what I should do to try to make my new relationship work. So, and I mean, I didn't, whatever. I didn't blame her, but at the same time, she wasn't shy about not blocking people that I thought should be blocked. Anyway, authenticity matters. Well, you're very nice. So I listened to the voicemail, and it was Karen, and she just said, I hope you're well, and I got your note, and yes, please, I would really like those videotapes. So if you could send them, that would be great. And And she gave me her address and said, I'm here and I hope you're happy in whatever you're doing. And she sounded good on the message, sounded happy. And then she sent me a Twitter note that basically said the same thing. And she also said that she had a lot of photographs, I guess, in the tsunami of running out of the house and grabbing a bunch of shit and not really going through and sorting it. She has pictures of like my godson and my family and things like that. She's like, if you want, I could send those to you if you're in the same place. So I could have answered her on Twitter. I thought I should, because I wasn't looking for anything, but I said, well, fuck this. I got to call her. She called me. She had the balls to call me. I got to call her back. So the Twitter note came in after her phone call, and I was like, fuck it. I called her. I called her on Saturday. And she answered the phone, and I talked to her for an hour, maybe, hour and a half, touching base on a lot of different things. I've talked about on the show here that my last girlfriend reached out to Karen via social media to talk to her. I talked about, I didn't know where Karen lived. I didn't know what she was doing with her life. I didn't know anything. Again, I haven't spoken to her. I know nothing about her for the last 3 years. She went dark. Not dark. She didn't go dark. She just fucking lived her life. Why the fuck should she keep in contact with me? And why should I have any idea where the fuck she is? No matter what this fucking tin can of bullshit says, we're not connected. Although we are. We spent 20 years of our life together. Almost. But she sounds good. And I was really happy. And, she's happy where she lives and she's happy with what she's doing. And she's gotten on stage and she's writing. And she sounds like the Karen I met, because during our relationship, some things happened. When she got cancer, that kind of fucked things up. And a lot of things went upside down. And it was a lot to handle. And we did the best we could. But it turned out it didn't, it wasn't enough. But talking to her now, she sounds like the Karen that I met. And I was very happy for that. And we touched base. She said where she is and it wasn't awkward at all. It wasn't weird. It wasn't, I didn't regret it. In fact, I'm happy. I found out that she did get the box that I sent. And she thanked me for saving her journals. And it made me really happy to know that I had made the right decision in sending her the things that I knew would mean something to her. And then I had made the right choices in picking out the things that would be important to her. And I was able to send them, and she got them, and she kept them, and it makes me very happy. So we talked, and she's good, and it made me happy. So now I have to mail her videotapes. And it's funny in talking to her, like I didn't ask her if she wanted this fucking thing. I can't imagine that she would. Maybe she would. I'll ask her, again before I send the maybe I'll ship that. I don't have any idea. And if she doesn't want it, then that'll, obviously I don't need it. It's not something I should have. It's not a burden, Brendan. And it doesn't matter. It's again, what that is doesn't matter. What it represents is what matters. And that's always going to be inside me. And I'm never going to be able to mail that off to anybody, because I know the mistakes I made and I know what I've done. So she's happy. I was happy. She was happy. And I was happy that I made the right decision to reach out, and I'm going to get her something that really means something to her. And that was pretty great. So that happened the last couple of days, just over the weekend. And, it was funny. I felt like grown up doing it. You know what I mean? I was able to, because, my last relationship was filled with tears and nonsense and also a ton of fucking awesome, hot stuff that was great. But in reality, I was lying about it a lot of the time to myself and everybody else. And I know that. So to talk to somebody who still, who knew me for so long, it was like, because my brain is still fucked up. I'm not going to lie to you. My brain is still fried about what happened. And so I wonder if I'm good enough, or I wonder if I'm this or that, all these different things. And then to talk to somebody who for a very long time thought that I was good enough. I was very happy. And to know that I had made the right decisions and respected her, it felt grown up. The relationship with Jill was very high school. There's a lot of tears, a lot of drama, a lot of nonsense. And Karen and I were like that certainly a lot of the time, but to reach out and speak to her in an adult way for almost 90 minutes made me very happy. Let's see. That sounds nice. Well, it was nice. Manny, you're super nice to say so. Of course you're good enough, Brendan. Of course you are. I mean, you were in a relationship that ended. It doesn't mean you're not going to be enough for somebody else. But here's something, you know what, you want a nugget? You want something that I've learned? And it's truthful, and it's something I've said to myself over and fucking over. You have to be enough for you. I'm just learning that. I'm 51, and Shannon and I have been talking to one another for 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. And I'm just learning that, I need to self-care and I need to self-parent, and I need to be enough for me. Because unless you're enough for you, there's no point. There's no point. Nobody can come along and fix the things that you think need fixing. You have to do it yourself. It doesn't matter. And this will sound corny as all fuck, but it's totally true. The person you're going to spend every moment of your life with is you. So you have to make sure that you love you, that you care for you, that you take care of you, because otherwise you're just worthless to anybody else. You can't hand somebody a broken toy and tell them to play with it. Just fix yourself. It's hard. It's not that easy. But you make the effort and you'll be happy. And now you can go to bed. All right. You're welcome, Brendan. I hope you heard what I said. I hope you fucking heard what I said, because I meant it. It's not some bullshit, because I'm learning it myself. You have to value yourself, or nobody else can value you. It's insane. And all this shit sounds so fucking simple. And it's the stuff we were told as kids. It's such a drag to find out that all the stuff you were told growing up is true. You're just like, fuck, I was going to ignore all that stuff. That would have been awesome. But instead, then you realize that you just have to be happy, and you have to care for yourself. And if you're okay with who you are, then you can be okay with other people. You can't expect other people to come in with a fucking cleanup crew and take care of your mess. You gotta fucking handle it all right here. Right in this space. All right. Brendan is the MVP, goddammit. I'm glad you like it, Adriana. I love the green background myself. Thank you. Brendan, I'm good. I'm glad you heard me. And you do. You got to stop being a broken fucking toy. Exactly. Absolutely right. And you're a good guy. You're a good person. Recognize that, and fucking wear that and own it and work on it every day and type it to yourself and screenshot it and read it every fucking morning if you have to. Move forward. Be a fucking shark. All right. Fucking Yanks. Terrible. Exactly. Cluelot knows that's the stuff, it's, there's all that bullshit about life's rich pageant and all these things, and past is prologue, and you can hear all that bullshit, but it's fucking real. Life is fucking fascinating. It's just, that's why whenever I've known friends who've actually considered suicide, and they consider it an option. Like, they've got it in the back pocket in case anything happens. And I've never been that guy, because to me, everything could be great tomorrow. Everything will be great in a week. Everything could be fine in an hour. I mean, I don't see any point in stopping, but that's not to diminish anybody else's pain or the way that they feel. I would never tell anybody not to feel like that, because that's who they are. And if they have to take whatever options or whatever they think works for them, I've just never been the one to understand that. And as life goes along, you learn and you live, and you do the best you can. And that's all we can do. Just be fucking happy. Be a shark, move forward, and do the best you fucking can. Be kind. Just be kind to yourself and to people. I've done this thing where I've stopped using language. I would do something. I'd throw a fucking piece of trash in the wastebasket and miss it. I'd be like, you dumb fuck. And I'm like, why are you calling you a dumb fuck? You missed a basketball shot. So I don't do it anymore. I'm trying really hard to use different language with myself. It's important. It matters. Erickson, you're super nice to say so. Thank you. And well, Dazed, I'm glad you needed it. I need you guys. I mean, fuck, who am I going to say this shit to if nobody else is out there? I'm talking alone in even though my apartment looks cool, I'm saying this shit into the ether and nobody cares. I almost put this stream off. I started 45 minutes late. You guys are so great to fucking tune in and find me. I appreciate it very much. Adriana, I will be careful with my words. All right. You mean with other people or with ourselves? Oh yeah, with ourselves. Exactly. Absolutely. That's one of the 4 agreements. Be careful with what you say. Absolutely. Erickson, well, I'm glad you came to the stream, and I'm glad everybody indulged me, and I'm glad everybody hung out with me, and I'm glad that, of course, Erickson, we all are. It happens. I do it too. I do it all the fucking time. But bullshit. I don't do it all the time. I did it all the time. Now I've changed. I'm proud when Shannon tells me about the growth I've made. It makes me really happy. I don't lose my temper. I don't freak out. I don't want to fucking punch people. It happens sometimes. Exactly. Infinite knows. I mean, it just sounds like Mr. Rogers nonsense, but it's totally fucking true. Like, I never saw that documentary, but I can imagine what kind of a puddle I'll be at the end of it, because it's just a guy telling you, you know what? It really matters to just be nice to people. But importantly, you have to be nice to yourself. Most importantly. Manny, you're super nice for giving me 64 agreements. Thank you, my friend. Well, Danny, I'm glad you're the best. And I'm glad you let me share it, because who the fuck is, like I said, who else is going to listen to me? I'm going to be talking into the space, listening to fucking nobody. Poor Geo. I'll be texting Geo this nonsense. He's like, why are you bothering me with this shit? I got a Venom statue to buy and a computer to build. Erickson, you're so nice for coming through with 2 big ones. Thank you so much. All right. We're at 26. I feel, all right. So let's talk about this podcast this week. You guys, no, fuck, what are you talking about? Pocket change in here. Good night, Brendan. Go get some sleep. And remember what we said, dude. Be nice to yourself. Erickson, why are you closing with pocket change? You're fucking nice. Anybody, you're fucking phenomenal. Anybody who gives me anything to be myself, like I said, one of the greatest gifts in the world is to actually be paid to be yourself. And that's what you guys are doing. It's fucking great. CBT, okay. Adriana, I'll look it up. I did EFT, which is, Jill and I were actually going to go to a therapist for that until everything hit the fucking wall. Or EFT or EPT. Fuck, I don't know. I got the book over there. It's from a book called Hold Me Tight. If you're ever, I thought it helped with all my relationships, not just with the one with Jill and with being in love with somebody, but it really, there were passages on it. This is me. Like I wanted to underline them. Like, this is, I was sobbing on a plane once reading the book Hold Me Tight. So I'm like, fuck, that's me. It's crazy. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Okay, terrific. Electronic funds transfer. No, Geo, I don't think it is. Look at you, always with a head for business. You're very nice. All right. So yeah, so the podcast this week is going to be a lot of me. I mean, maybe I should just do this over again and talk about this. I don't know. But then will it look phony? Like if I do this same thing and I tell people, will you guys just be like, oh, Mike had that in the back pocket? I have no idea. Because, like I said, I was just going to do plugs and put it in an older show. It could be asked like John Candy, just like, well, look, I swallow a lot of aggression along with a lot of pizzas. Come on. A lot of pizzas. Do it. Oh, Brendan, you were going to bed. Do it. All right, so maybe I'll do this on the show. Maybe this is what I'll talk about. I have no idea. We can use this audio, really, Gio? We can use this as the podcast? Is that shitty? Is that cheating? I don't want to be cheating people. If you're serious, then I'll fuck. Would you guys think that would be a good thing, or would you be cheating? I know you'll bring something new if you redo it. Oh, okay, I see. Adriana. Oh, so maybe that makes sense. Maybe Adriana wants me to make an actual attempt. Damn it. Because it's already 8:40 and I got to go drive and then I got to come home and record. Yay. Maybe we can. I don't know. I'll talk to Gio when I get offline. You guys might hear this as the podcast tomorrow, in which case I would apologize right now. Rewan would be better than honest. Like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you doing this over again, you dope. I apologize. Well, Adriana, thank you. You're very nice. I'm glad you got in. You got in a little late, you and Liana both. All right. Thanks, Erickson. Yeah, I'll talk to Gio about it. He and I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll put in that story or not. Yeah, because there's a lot of visual here where I'm like holding shit up and playing the fucking song. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, thank you, Liana. You're super nice to say so. I hope, you know me, I'll fucking do the plugs for 45 minutes and I should probably just end the fucking show there. I mean, there's no reason to put in a rerun. Go with my guts. Go with my guts, says Garcia. Manny Mo. All right, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go drive now, because I need to do 9 more drives to make a bonus. I guess I could go tomorrow, but I wanted to take tomorrow off. But then today I just fucking, whatever. My life has been fried the last couple of days because I'm that dude. All right, so thank you, everybody, for tuning in and for coming back, because we tried this fucking 3 different times. Like I did it once. And also, hey, Gio, you're here. Can you delete that fucking short one? the one that was the first try at this. You know what I mean? I tried to go in. I can't figure out how to fucking do it because I'm the talent. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. But I mean, I guess I'll just say this. You guys know where to get me. I mean, you're new. You're not new. And it's Mike at MikeSchmidtComedy.com and all that stuff. Email me there. I'll answer you. Unless you're Brendan, I won't answer him. But everybody else is welcome to write me and find me on Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, like our friend Clue-A-Lot. And also, Clue-A-Lot, if you want to, in the comments of this video, if you want to put your YouTube channel, people will subscribe to it and maybe check out your trip to Thailand that's coming up. Oh, good, Erickson. I'm glad. That's good news. Yeah, I tried to schedule them early and then I wound up canceling it and whatever the fuck. So thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. And like I said, we wound up doing it over. Oh, here is your soup. Thank you, Manny. You're super cool. Thank you so much. You're the best. Literally. Somebody just walked by my window and literally kind of did this. They looked in at me when I said, here is your soup, like a weird robot voice. All right. Thanks, Clue-A-Lot. And again, like I said, post up that thing. And everybody, thank you. And there will be something will be released tomorrow. I don't know what it'll be yet, but it'll come out and then it'll be there. And I'll do another one of these next week. I just got to figure out the date. Rock on, Erickson says, and I don't blame him. So everybody, thank you for participating. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming and finding me. Jill and Sal, Tanya, I don't know if you're still around because I know it's fucking late by you. Erickson, Dazed, everybody, Liana, fucking Clue-A-Lot. Everybody is the coolest. And Brendan and Danny, you were so cool. Everybody, I won't know all the names, but thank you. This is a lot of bullshit at the end, and I know it is because I never know how to end these things. So I'll just end it. So next week we'll do it. Podcast tomorrow. And if you're not a Patreon person, go be a Patreon person. Why wouldn't you do that? Good night, Jill/Sal. And do all those cool things. All right, thanks. Oh, wait, thanks for the show. Thanks for scheduling them. That helps. I will always schedule them, Erickson. Absolutely. And then I'll show up from now on, I promise. Take care of yourself, Easy Freezy. We didn't hear from you all show. How do you hold on? How do you sit tight on a name Easy Freezy until the goddamn end? I got to talk another 20 minutes about the fact somebody's named Easy Freezy. That name is badass. Thank you, Infinite. Appreciate it, everybody. And we'll be back. All right, we won't be back. What am I doing? All right, we'll be back next week. But podcast tomorrow. All right, bye.